just let Bobby Moore batter away in the background there. Welcome to the Graveyard Shift, folks. This is BJ Tombstone here, bringing you 2 hours of great music, hopefully, with it all lined up for you anyway. Many thanks there to Mickey Ferry and the Ferry Connection for the last 2 hours. Some superb music as usual from Mickey. So why don't you just rest yourself, put your feet up and spend the next 2 hours in the company of a whole host of music. Langhorne Slim, the Band of Heathens, Joe Pug, Sled Cleaves, Austin Lucas, and have a track from our own Paul Tully from Strabane lined up as well. So it's all good, folks. Stick with it here on the Graveyard Shift from 11 to 1 o'clock in the morning. It's perfect for you insomniacs. And if you want to contact me, it's easy to do. Just go on the StrabaneRadio.com website and just stick a wee message into me, and I'll have a chat with you on that. Or you can go to the Graveyard Shift on Facebook, and you can catch me there as well. So it's all good. That's where you can get me. Send your messages now. So why don't we kick it off with a little bit of rock and roll? Maybe that would be the best thing to do. And let's try J.D. McPherson and the North Side Gal. This is from his album Signs and Signifiers. It's Jonathan David McPherson, otherwise known as J.D. McPherson. That's from an album, Signs and Signifiers, and that's a proper old school rock and roll record if ever there was one. And it was actually, when I was checking J.D. McPherson out, that particular record was recorded directly onto 1960s Berland quarter-inch tape machine. So there was no messing there. That was so a couple of those tracks, I was just checking it out as well on that Signs and Signifiers album. A couple of those tracks could even be on a Tarantino soundtrack. They're that good. So that's somebody to look out for, folks. That's the first time I've played him here on the Graveyard Shift. J.D. McPherson and Northside Gal. So I'm going to kick things off again with Justin Townes Earle from his first album, a song called South Georgia Sugar Babe.
South South Georgia to find my sugar babe. She gonna do me right. Oh, well, I'm bound for South Georgia, find my sugar babe. She gonna do me right.
It's from an album, The Good Life, by Justin Townes Earle. And Justin Townes Earle is a strange kind of guy. He changes his style almost every album that he brings out. The last album he had out had very much a Memphis soul feel to it, and absolutely fantastic album. He's packing them on everywhere he goes. As I said before, I think on the Graveyard Shift, I've seen that guy a few times now, and he never fails to impress every single time. And we all know who he is. He's a son of Steve Earle, but that man can stand on his own 2 feet, and the music that he churns out on a regular basis is on a par with his father. And I think they've mended their ways there recently as well. They're getting on a hell of a lot better than they used to. But so that was Justin Townes Earle. I have a new voice for the Graveyard Shift coming up now, a guy called Austin Lucas. And this guy, I found him, he has a few albums out, but I found him on the No Depression website. And this is from an album called album, and this guy is something else I think as well. And this is a song called Alone in Memphis. He does 2 versions, and this is the version with the band.
Like the world stopped turning, you're frozen. No one seems to notice the absence of the wind. I know you're lonely. It's the kind of lonely I feel out here. I don't wanna be alone in Memphis. I don't wanna be alone in New Orleans. I don't wanna dwell in cheap motels, dirty sheets, hourly rates. I just wanna put the pedal to the floor, burn up the stage like an old troubadour. I wanna get stoned, but I don't wanna be alone in Memphis anymore. I've been down Mississippi River towns for far too long. There's something about the nightlife, something about this bar. There's in the music, the brass, the drum beat like a heart. Reminds me of your eyes and coal black hair. I am
best, young Austin Lucas. If that guy was good looking, he'd make a fortune. He's built like me, and he looks a bit like me as well. So as far as pop country goes, he'll never make it. But he is an excellent guy. He's actually performing in London at King's Place next year on February the 15th for the Americana Music Association United Kingdom showpiece, and he's alongside some of his friends that sing with him as well from time to time, Emily Barker and A Hatful of Rain. So if you're able and Americana, that would be the place to be, I think, in February of the 15th of next year. Certainly somewhere I'd like to be myself. If you're checking out Austin Lucas, when you do check him out, he's labelled as folk punk for some peculiar reason. I don't know why, but anyway, that's Austin Lucas from an album called Stay Reckless. I want to just give a shout out to two people. One, Helen Griffin O'Keefe, I think I'm right in saying that. So Helen, you know who you are anyway yourself, and no, actually I don't have anything from Cradle of Filth, believe it or not, but look, I have a track coming up for yourself and a friend of yours later on as well, so stay tuned. And I also want to say hello, very big hello to Niall Blee, the best karaoke singer, now living in Derry, stroke London Derry, stroke study, whatever you want to call it, but he's the man, there's no doubt about it. I have a track coming up here. I'm going to dedicate it to Niall. It's another new voice to the Graveyard Shift. It's actually off his first album, and I've been talking to this guy on he seems a decent skin, a guy called Bretting Engel, Bretingengel. He's brought in a new album. It's a self-titled album, and this is a track off it called Ruduso Astronaut, and that's exactly what Niall Blee is, an astronaut.
Then I met you at the honky tonk. Then we started in on small talk. I think I told you I'm an astronaut, but I'm really just a vagabond. Then somebody put a record on, played an old country song. Once we started to sing along, you knew you were taking me home. And in the morning I forget your name. It'll hurt when you won't look in the same. And I bite off my arm and sleeping alone. Get to slipping out of your back door. And so the rolling stone, because this whole world is my mobile home. No use in trying to look me up. I press my luck and I get moving along. And in the morning when you're hungover and you wake up and alone and you realize I'm gone, I hope you won't be alone. Just get up and put a record on, play an old once you start just singing along, you thank God I'm gone. It's in the morning, I forget your name. My head up hurting, you won't looking the same. I'm bad off my army sleeping on. Get to slipping out your back door. You might say that I'm a rolling stone, 'cause this whole world is my mobile home. Ain't no use in trying to look me up. I press my luck and I get moving along. Don't need an eyeless to see where I'm going, 'cause I got this whole world on my shoulders. Since there ain't one left for you to cry on, I took my hat and I've been moving along.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Bretting Engel, and from self-titled album Rodizio Astronaut. And as I said before there, that was for Niall Blee, the mighty Niall Blee, the wonderful Niall Blee. And I see a couple of people are coming on here. Connor's come on to the Facebook page saying that now that I've confirmed that there'll be no Cradle of Filth, he's tuning out. So thanks for that, Connor. There's some good ones on tonight, all right. So Helen, we might compromise. I have a song coming up for you later, and it's Helen O'Keefe actually that was on to me, not Helen Griffin O'Keefe. So I got that wrong as well. So we're doing our best here, but we're going to have a word from one of our sponsors now, if I have this lined up correctly. Hopefully I have it lined up correctly anyway.
Don't get caught out in the cold this winter. Check out Miller. There's no need to shop around for your next home heating oil fill with the lower bill. Just ring Declan or Don of Miller's Oil, Bridge Street, Strabane on 028 71 382439. That's Miller's Oil of Strabane.
I am very tempted to say it, but I won't. I know that there's every possibility that I would get arrested if I said what I was going to say there, but I think a few of you probably would know what I'm thinking. But that's Miller Oils, one of our sponsors, and fair play to Miller Oils. The great job there sponsoring StrabaneRadio.com. And if there's anyone else out there who are interested in sponsoring us, just get in contact with us on either the Facebook page or give Richie a shout, or any of the DJs as well. We very much appreciate it. But fair play to Miller Oils, keeping local music alive and keeping the local. And we are big believers as well in the Strabane Radio supporting Shop Local here in Strabane. So we're saying shop local, eat local, spend local, and enjoy local. It takes you to start the trend. So that's where I think that Miller Oils are to be commended for their continuing support of StrabaneRadio.com. I have the band of Heathens. I introduced them to the Graveyard Shift last week, and I got a lot of people coming on saying that they really liked their sound. So I'm going to play another one from the band of Heathens. This is from their second album, a real gem of an album. Great songs, great writing, solid playing, the whole shooting match. It's from an album called One Foot in the Ether, and this is a track off that particular album called LA County Blues.
Drink my money on a red roulette. That's a ride.
the band of Heathens, and it created a little bit of a stir there because Niall Blee came back to me straight away saying he didn't like the name of that particular band, and so I apologise for that, Niall, and it wasn't meant to offend in any way whatsoever. And there's a few other people that have got in contact with me as well. Jason from Bellew. So how you doing, Jason? I'll just do the report that Jason gave just in a few minutes, just maybe after the next track. And we've also got John Callan, who's listening in from another border town, Teesterban, Dundalk. So John's listening in from Dundalk, and it's great to hear from you, John, and I hope you're keeping well and all the family's keeping well as well. And keep up the great work that you're doing down there in Dundalk, and hopefully I'll be back in the fray in the not too distant future when I get myself sorted out. So fair play to you, John, good to have you on board. And stop, just hold the ball there, stall the ball. The word has come on, we can buy papers tomorrow. Everything's fine. England have been beating the football. I'm sorry, I should have given you a spoiler alert before I said that, but England are beat 1-0 by Germany tonight, so it's safe to buy a paper tomorrow. That's the word on the street anyway. So the next, I have a song coming up from Rodney Foster. It's a song called Don't Say Goodbye. It's off an album called Del Rio, Texas Revisited, Unplugged and Lonesome. But it's a remake of Rodney Foster's first album from 1992, and it's a great album altogether. It's a great Americana album. This is a track called Don't Say Goodbye.
Well, I heard it from confidential sources that you've been thinking about losing my name. You've been dialing some unlisted number at some Memphis, Tennessee exchange. Well, you're planning on heading down the highway, and this time you're going for good. Well, honey, don't think twice about the pain you leave behind. Just do me one favor if you would. Don't say goodbye. Just slam. Don't apologize. That only makes it hurt more. All your sympathy will only make me cry. So get out, go on, get gone, and don't say goodbye. Now you were hoping you could break it to me gently. You were thinking we could part as friends, and if I'd only try and remain civil, I'd see it your way in the end. Well, pardon me while I beg a difference, 'cause I'm the one who's gotta live with the pain. And when you're out on the town, I'll still be broke down. Don't you bother with trying to. Don't say goodbye. Just slam the door. Don't apologize. That only makes it hurt more. All your sympathy will only make me cry. So get out, go on, get gone, and don't say goodbye. I don't need to have all the reasons numbered. You can say those condolences to some other guy. Maybe some other time. Don't say goodbye. Just slam the door. Apologize. That only makes it hurt more. Baby, if you act so weak, it's gonna make me cry, cry, cry. So get out, go on, get gone, and don't say goodbye.
Don't Say Goodbye by Rodney Foster from that album, Rio. Del Rio, Texas, revisited, unplugged and lonesome. And so got a couple of things here to announce just on behalf of St. Joseph's Brass Band. Believe it or not, this is the 31st anniversary of the film adaptation of Raymond Briggs's enduring Christmas tale, The Snowman, from the 10th to the 12th of December. St. Joseph's sending an invitation to the public to join them for the Christmas classic as the band performs the Howard Blake's uplifting music live as you watch the film on the big screen. So that'll be a great start, folks, to the Christmas, with some of the music I think sung by local schools soloists as well, and the school choir joining in as well. So it's a great treat for the family, and if you're interested in going to that, it's on from the 10th to the 12th of December, and it's in the Alley Theatre, so you should check out the Alley for further details, and it'd be fantastic. St. Joseph's Brass Band are an institution in Strabane as well, and they're to be 100% commended for keeping up the great work in the community that they do on a regular basis as well. And so just to say that Jason O'Neill has been back on to me saying that he sent me the report on squash that he was playing tonight, but it was just for my eyes only, so apparently I'm not allowed to read out the results. Suffice to say then, Jason, if you don't mind, that the team that you were playing for tonight was beat tonight in Queen's University 9-8, so it was tight enough. Fair play to you. The good news is that Jason actually won himself, but I won't read out who won from the team and who lost, but I can say that Roy and Richard were beat. Sorry Jason, I didn't mean to say that. And Jerry won as well, so that's great. So 9-8 to the lads from Brook Park and Derry, and Jason O'Neill from Strabane's playing with Brook Park as well. Strabane's finest squash player at the minute, Jason O'Neill. I want to play a track from a Strabane man himself, one of the best singer-songwriters that Strabane has, in my opinion. It's a guy called Paul Tully, and this is a track for parents whose sons and daughters have emigrated in the past few years. I'm just dedicating this one to a number of people, Christine Gallagher and others whose kids have moved away, and hopefully you'll see them soon again, folks. This is a song off his new EP, Lyrics for the Lost, and it's a song called Setting Sun. If I can get it to line up, that is, whenever Paul Tully decides to show his face. We seem to have a technical glitch there with that one, so I'll try it again here just to see if I can set it up here. Just there we are, Paul Tully, Setting Sun.
It's gonna be a while until I return home again. I'm half a world away, but I couldn't help.
Down at the bottom of Lake Pontchartrain, there's a love note carved inside a wedding ring.
Broke down, cracked and shattered, left in pieces like it never even mattered. Broke down, torn and frayed, ain't nothing left you could give away. There's no turning round, it's broke down. Ain't no telling where it goes. Baby, down where the Black River flows, won't be coming back round, it's broke down. Baby in the back seat and another on the way. Sherry thinks of Billy at the end of every day. Spends her nights waiting for real life to start, listening to the sound of her double-crossed heart. Broke down, cracked and shattered, left in pieces like it never even mattered. There's no turning round, it's broke down. On the other side of town, two lovers lie still, cigarette smoking on a windowsill. There's a picture locked up in an old suitcase.
closes his eyes, but he still sees her face. Broke down, cracked dead and shattered, left in pieces like it never even mattered. Broke down, torn and frayed, ain't nothing left to give away. There's no turning around, it's broke down, broke down.
Don't you know I feel so bad? Feel like I'm on a rainy day. Yes, I do, y'all. Don't you know I feel so bad? Lord, like a ball game on a rainy day. Oh, since I lost my woman, I shake my head and then I walk away. Had to walk away. I just wanna tell you people, I wanna tell you just how I feel. I just wanna tell you people out there, I wanna tell you just how I feel. Oh, how I feel. Don't you know that I feel so bad? My woman gave me a dirty deal. Child messed up my mind. Listen, y'all, I got one more thing. Sometimes I wanna leave here, then again I wanna stay. Hear what I say now. Sometimes I wanna leave here, then again I wanna stay. See, the thing is, I done got my suitcase packed up, so yes I have to catch a train and then I. Oh yes I will. I said I'm gonna move. Said I'm gonna move on. Oh, I'm gonna move on. Yeah, I wanna move on. So bad. I feel so bad.
It's the beautiful, beautiful voice of Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton was ex-lead singer with the Steel Drivers for a period of time there. and I think for 2 albums actually, and now he's left to pursue his own solo career, and that's off an album called The Big E, a salute to Buddy Emmons, who was a steel guitar player, and it's just out, a particular album, and it's a song called Feel So Bad, and it's singing an old Roy Orbison track there, and in my opinion Chris Stapleton needs to bring out a new album immediately, if not sooner. And before that we had Slade Cleaves from his album Broke Down, the title track from that particular album, and Slade Cleaves, just a real blue collar songwriter, and his songs just really capture, in my view, capture just all the toils and troubles of just ordinary people. He's something else as well. So that's Slade Cleaves, and that particular track was played for John Callan, who's been on to tell me that he's actually still with us and listening. So fair play to you, John, down there in Dundalk, another good border town there, similar to your own. We're going to keep it going here tonight on StrabonRadio.com, and as I say, you can contact me on StrabonRadio.com online. You can go to the requests and just send me a message, or you can go to the Graveyard Shift on Facebook, and you can like the Graveyard Shift and drop me a message on that as well. So there's a couple of ways to get to me. And if you know me, you can even drop me a text message or something as well, but I'm not sending you me particular number over the airlines or airwaves. There's too many people going to send me bad things, I'm sure. So look, it wouldn't be a Graveyard Shift without some sort of a John Prine song, whether it's John Prine singing it or not. This particular track is off an album called In Spite of Ourselves, and this is the title track off that particular album as well. He's singing this one with Iris DeMent. It's an album of duets with female country singers. In my view, this is probably not one of his best albums, to be fair to John Prine, but this is a nice touch of humour in it as well. It really stands out on the album. This is John Prine and Iris DeMent, In Spite of Ourselves.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. I'm never gonna let her go.
He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. Caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. But he's my baby, and I'm his honey. Never go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies and make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Swears she shaves her legs. She takes a licking and keeps on ticking. I'm never gonna let her go.
He's got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's a whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes and he's a howling at the moon. But he's my baby, I don't mean maybe. I'm never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, big door prize. Well, we're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves.
They make a great duet, don't they? John Prine and the wonderful Irish Dement off the album In Spite of Ourselves. And so we'll take it up a notch or two, I think. Just give it a little bit more lilty. I grew up myself with Southern rock as one of the main staples of my childhood in terms of listening to music. The bands like Leonard Skinner and those types of bands, even though I wasn't aware of some of their dubious political affiliations and stuff, I still enjoyed the music. And but this is a new band, or a band that's been about a while. But this is a band called Blackberry, from an album called Whippoorwill, which was released in 2012. And it's good time music, basically. It's a track called Everybody Knows She's Mine. If she'll play. And she won't. There they go.
She smiled at me and kissed my cheek. I'm thinking, Lord, I must be living right. I ain't about to say I ain't lucky, but some might say I'm a fool, yeah. But chances are I'm doing fine. So mama even said I'm cool. Look out. She gets me high, the Georgia line. Wild as a musky line. Hotter than the deep south summertime. Yeah, everybody knows she's mine. That's right. Well, there might be a couple kind of like her, but
sure what is there not to like? Blackberry Smoking from the album Whippoorwill, and giving it a good old lulty there as well. Everybody knows she's mine. Just of southern rock going here at StrabanRadio.com. Sure, why wouldn't we? And we'll keep that going as well. So we have a track from Langhorne Slum coming up. We're just into 4 minutes past 12, so we're halfway through. So stick with it here on StrabanRadio.com. With some great music coming up. Loads of stuff from Chris Knight and right through to Shooter Jennings and the Avid Brothers and Charlie Robinson and Jason Isbell and Wooly T. Taylor, and a whole stack of stuff lined up. So some great music still coming, and we'll not stop that great music. So we've got Langhorne Slum. Is a guy from Philadelphia, and this track has a sort of like an R&B feel to it. And whenever I first heard it, I thought it sounded a bit like a classic Black Crowes number. Maybe you might have a different opinion on it, but this is Langhorne Slum and the Rebel Side of Me.
Stayed for
That's Highway Junkie by Chris Knight from probably the rarest of all of his albums. This is a very rare second album that he brought out, very hard to get, and so big thank you to Connor for finding that one for me online, and as a present one year, and I gathered all his other stuff up as well, but that one is not easy to get. So that's Highway Junkie from Chris Knight. Album's called. Great singer-songwriter. He doesn't he sets the trends, I think, instead of following them, and he's one of the guys who are on my bucket list for seeing live before I pass this mortal coil. So hopefully I'll get to see Chris Knight at some stage. And before that we had Langhorne Slum and Rebel Side of Heaven, and that was from a self-titled album as well. I hope you enjoyed that one. There's a little bit of rhythm and blues attached to that one, a bit of brass as well, which is unusual for the types of music that these guys play, which is mostly Americana. And so I have another track lined up if I can get my hands on it here, and just bear with me a second. I'm losing the way of myself here altogether. I have a track by Jason Isbell and the 400 unit lined up, and it's a track called Alabama Pines.
Well, I moved into this room, if you could call it that, a week ago. I never what I'm supposed to do, hardly even know my name anymore. When no one calls it out, kind of vanishes away. And I can't get to sleep at night, the parking lot so loud and bright. The AC hasn't worked in 20 years, probably never made a single person cold. I can't say the same for me, I've done it many times. Somebody take me home through those Alabama pines. You can't drive through Talladega on a weekend in October. Just head up north to Jacksonville, cut around and over, watch your speed, Bowling Springs. They ain't got a thing to do, they'll get you every time. Somebody take me home through those pines. Somebody take me home through those Alabama pines. If we pass through on a Sunday, better make a stop at Wayne. It's the only open liquor store north, and I can't stand the pain of being by myself without a long Sunday afternoon. Well, I needed that damn woman like the dream needs gasoline, and I tried to be some ancient kind of man, one that's never seen the beauty. But I've tried to chase it down, tried to make the whole thing mine. Somebody take me home through those Alabama pines. Somebody take me home through those Alabama pines. Well, I've been stuck here in this town, if you could call it that, a year or two. I never do what I'm supposed to do. I don't even need a name anymore. No one calls it out, kind of vanishes away. No one gives a damn about the things I give a damn about. The liberties that we can't do without seem to disappear like ghosts in the air. We don't even care, truth vanishes away.
That's from an album, Here We Rest. It's actually the second album from Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit. That's the band that he plays with on occasions as well. And Jason Isbell, he hails from Alabama, and the track called Alabama Pines there as well. And in my view, Jason Isbell is now turning into one of the best songwriters of his generation, and his new album, which I extolled the virtues of, I think last week on the Graveyard Shift, Southeastern, is a sight to behold, and we'll certainly be playing a track or two from it again over the next couple of weeks as well here. And so I just want to keep the melancholy mood going a little bit, not for too long. I just would maybe cheer you up in a wee while. Yesterday actually, we're 17 minutes into the 20th of November. A guy called Joe Hill died on the 19th of November 1915, which was yesterday, and he was aged 36, and he was killed in Utah in the United States, and he was killed by a firing squad. And Joe Hill was a Swedish-American labour activist, a songwriter, and a member of the Industrial Workers of the World, which is known now as the Wobblies. And there's a guy called Otis Gibbs. He made an album called the Joe Hill's Ashes album in 2012, and seeing as how yesterday was the anniversary of Joe Hill's death, I wanted to play a track from that particular album of Otis Gibbs. And but I'm not playing the one that probably everybody would assume that I'm playing, which is the title track called Joe Hill's Ashes. Instead, I want to play this track called Where Only the Graves Are Real.
I'm so tired of the beautiful people. I'm so tired of the elegant games. Tired of being normal and treated strange. I don't need the late night parties or their plastic perfect world where only the graves are real. Where are my true friends? Where did they go? Where are my true friends? Where did they go? Goddamn, all of my fake friends, the ones who cling to me like I'm a star. Everyone's your best friend when you're closing down the bars. God bless the ones who really are. I'm so tired of making bargains. I'm so tired of cutting deals. I'm so tired of working harder and spinning wheels. Then I woke up in someone's vision with a powerful dread, and only the graves were real. Where are my true friends? Where did they go? Where are my true friends? Where did they go? Goddamn, all of my fake friends, the ones who cling to me like I'm a star. Everyone's your best friend when you're closing down the bars. God bless the ones who really are. God bless the ones who really are. I'm so tired of sitting politely. I'm so tired of faking a smile. I'm so tired of delusional people living in denial. I don't need the addicts and pushers, even though they're running the whole damn thing, and only the graves are real. Where are my true friends? Where did they go? Where are my true friends? Where did they go? Goddamn, all of my fake friends, the ones that cling to me like I'm a star. Everyone's your best friend when you're closing down the bars. But God bless the ones who really are. God bless the ones who really are. This is a song for those who really are.
Yeah, it's a song for everyone out there. It's a song for true friends, and you'll know true friends whenever you're in need. I think that's probably one of the probably the ride and things that people be going too well for them. And that was a song by Otis Gibbs from Joe Hill's Isis album, and it's extended out to I know he died a long time ago, but he's a bit of a hero of mine, was Joe Hill, and he died back in 1915 yesterday, only aged 36. And so in terms of heroes, let's move it on again. This is a guy who was discovered at a place called the Blue Door over in the States. An amazing talent altogether. And this is from his first album, and he actually released a live album first, and he was only 19 when this particular album was released, and it was released to rave reviews all over the place. And this is John Fulbright, and I won't say any more. I'll just let John Fulbright introduce the song itself. This is a song called Tombstone, and John Fulbright.
This next song about two people that kind of molded as it is, that are both from my hometown, which is Okemo, Oklahoma. One of them being my grandpa, the other being Woody Guthrie. Tombstone on a hilltop on the north side of my town, with a name says Woody Guthrie. This family buried around, there's a tombstone on a hilltop, no different than the rest, with a name is of my grandpa. The man I love the best, little grandpa, didn't care for music, worked with a hammer and a saw, didn't know nobody nothing, stayed on the right side of the law. Woody Guthrie, but he liked music, sang songs for the working man, didn't know nobody nothing, singing songs about the land. He sang la da da da, la da da, la da 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 da. Guthrie, buried on the east side, Grandpa buried on the west. Lay me down right between them. When you lay me to rest, well, there's a tombstone on a hilltop on the north side of my town. Well, it's a waiting for me. When you lay my favorite place to play.
That's amazing stuff by John Fulbright live at the Blue Door. The guy's got in the
Never loved a thing less it had 6 strings. Bottom don't but it comes naturally. I've been roped and tied, hung out to dry, like that all night. No, it just ain't right. Trying to find a light, like a billboard sign. I let it pass me by, and tied, hung out to dry, like that all night. No, it just ain't right. It just ain't right. No, it just ain't.
Don't get caught out in the cold this winter. Check out Miller Oils of Strabane. There's no need to shop around for your next home heating oil fill with the lower bill. Just ring Declan or Don of Miller's Oil, Bridge Street, Strabane on 028 71 382439. That's Miller's Oil of Strabane.
That's an advertisement from one of our sponsors, Miller's Oil, and they're to be, again, just from earlier, they're to be commended for keeping music alive and keeping Strabane radio. So Miller's Oil, please support them if you possibly can. Very competitive prices there in Strabane on Bridge Street. Before that, you had Stevie Tombstone, keeping the Tombstone theme going. That was from Greenwood. Probably is, in my opinion, his best album. Great, superb production on that particular album. Some of his albums are, the quality in terms of production are a little bit iffy from time to time, depending on what you're listening to. But he's an extremely well-known guy in Americana circles as Stevie Tombstone, and that was a song called Just Ain't Right. And he features fairly regularly, as you can imagine, because you're listening to BJ Tombstone, and that was Stevie Tombstone. So it's very hard for me not to play a guy with the same name. Why not just up it a little bit, and we'll play the White Trash song from Shooter Jennings' new album. And on this one, he's joined by Scott H. Burham. So, sir, what's not to like? The son of Waylon Jennings and the dirty, low-down, one-man band that is Scott H. Burham. Let's give her a lash on the White Trash song.
Wake up every morning about the break of dawn. Hear that rooster crowing. I feel so all alone. Honeysuckle outside my window, dew sparkling on the vine. Little squirrels is a barking like they thought they was a mountain lion. I get to thinking about the road, all the times I've been back again. I was born a child of these muddy roads. I guess I'll die here lonesome as the wind. 'Cause all my cars are broke down, laying in my front yard. I wanna get together, but the world just seems too hard. A man come round this morning, wanted to play my part. Came and see
Shooter Jennings and the mighty Scott H. Burham, and a track from Shooter Jennings' latest album called The White Trash Song. And a number of people have actually come to me and sort of mentioned to me that they'd like to hear a little bit more Scott H. Burham. So I have some Scott H. Burham lined up for next Tuesday night on the Graveyard Shift. So if you're a fan of Scott H. Burham, then tune in next Tuesday night to the Graveyard Shift from 11 o'clock on here on StrabonRadio.com. The first time I ever heard this particular song that I'm just about to play, I was completely and utterly smitten with it, and completely and utterly smitten with the band. And they're from Concord, North Carolina, and they're two brothers, Scott and Seth Abbott. And this particular track is a track called Murder in the City. And I was living in Dublin at the time when everyone to my attention, and it sort of rung a few bells for me, I think, just more than that. This is from an EP of the Avett Brothers called The Gleam, and it's Murder in the City.
If I get murdered in the city, don't go revenging in my name. One person dead from such is plenty, no need to go get locked away. When I leave your arms, the things that I think of, no need to get over alarmed. I'm coming home. I wonder which brother is better, which one our parents love the most. I sure did get in lots of trouble. They seem to let the other go. A tear fell from my eyes. I wondered what my dad would say. He said, I love you and I'm proud of you both in so many different ways. If I get murdered in the city, go read the letter in my desk. Don't bother with all my belongings, but pay attention to the list. Make sure my sister knows I loved her. Make sure my mother knows the same. Always remember there was nothing worth sharing that let us share our name. Always remember there was nothing worth sharing like the love that let us share our name.
Good Time Charlie himself, Charlie Robison, and Look Out Cleveland, and that's from his latest album, brand new album, just out, just released, called High Life. And Charlie himself was married to one of the Dixie Chicks. Don't ask. I think it was Emily, actually. Just now, I read it somewhere earlier on today. So he was married to one of the Dixie Chicks, but that's High Life, the new album that he has out. Actually, it's a full album of covers, and he said that it's his divorce album, so it's pretty well named, High Life. I thought, just when I was reading it, I thought that's a bit cheeky there, Charlie, no harm to you. But and before that you had the wonderful Avett Brothers and Murder in the City. And if you ever get the chance, and my previous bucket list person was Chris Knight here this evening, and I'll probably never get a chance to see him because he doesn't venture outside his own area in the States, but you certainly get a chance to see the Avett Brothers if they come to town, not in Strabane obviously, but maybe in Derry or Belfast or Dublin, and because they are reported to be one of the best live acts out there at this particular moment in time. So if you get a chance, go see them. They're top class band live. And tonight I featured an album from a guy called Bretting Engel. I played a track from his album, and it's a self-titled album, and he's only got one album out, and he's from the Big Bend music stable, and I just want to say, give a shout out to John and all the people from the Big Bend music stable themselves, and thank them for their kindness. They sent over a small package with Bretting Engel's album and a couple of more artists from that particular record company, and we'll be playing those tracks from some of those artists over the coming weeks as well. And so this is Bretting Engel, and the second track from his self-titled first album, and this is a song called Avalon.
get a little bit older, I'll get a little tuna on the fiddle, and then I'll be on my way. Followed my feet all across this land, tune in my heart and a bottle in my hand. The mine's in the east to the woods out. Ain't no home, just lucky, I guess. Never had a home, just lucky, I guess.
Yeehaw! That was Bottle in My Hand by Hayes Carroll, Corb Lund and Todd Snyder. Three big heroes of mine just in the music industry. And that was from that was actually from Hayes Carroll's latest album, K-Mag Yo-Yo and Other American Stories, and he actually has a new album in the offing as well, which I'm really looking forward to. And so that was the three guys, and before that we had Bredding Engel, and that was the featured album tonight, self-titled album, first album from Big Band Music, and it's a track called Avalon, and we'll be hearing a lot more. That guy excuse me, that guy Bredding Engel actually left his job as a solicitor, do a music career, and I think that was a wise thing to do. This guy he's really the real deal, and I'm looking forward to hearing some more tracks from him as well over the course of the next couple of weeks. I just had a message from Tommy Forbes there. Have I anything by the Forbes sisters? Unfortunately, Tommy, I don't have one with me at the minute, but I know that their Greatest Hits album is coming out next week, so I'll get my hands on that. And I know they're doing the tour at the minute of Strabane Golf Club as well, so I might try and catch them on Strabane Golf Club at some stage in the future, in the not too distant future. Also, just to give a plug for Tommy as well, Tea Time with Tommy tomorrow at 6 o'clock for a couple of hours, and you could do worse than tune in some great music on that particular show. But also there's 2 tickets to the 30 Seconds to Mars as well at the Odyssey Arena on Tuesday the 26th of November. So if you know anybody that likes 30 Seconds to Mars, and I'm not one of them, but if you know anybody that does, then that's a great opportunity for you to tune in tomorrow evening to Tommy Forbes Tea Time with Tommy. Is there a better way to spend 2 hours? I don't think there is. Tommy Forbes, it's a guy called Wooly T. Taylor, and this guy, I can't stop playing this CD since I got it there last week. And Wooly T. Taylor plays on a 4-string guitar, but he sounds better than most people with 6-string guitars. And it's a bit like Tommy. The recession's getting tight, and Tommy's very tight on money at the minute as well, so Wooly T can't afford the extra 2 strings, and Tommy's struggling himself out there as well. So he's moved into the entrepreneurial stuff now, back in musicians and stuff, and doing the Colonel Tom Parker stuff, so I wish him the best with that. And this is a track by Wooly T. Taylor and Wrong Way to Run for Tommy Forbes.
Some mountains in men are bigger than you think. Some rivers so fast, hell, take a drink. Some burdens so heavy, you can't help but sink in that ocean with the chains on one too many link. I'm a laid back one, and I've been one so long. I ain't perfect, you can tell by my songs. Brothers, forgive me for all of my wrongs. The good Lord, He's calling, and it's time to go home. Say what you will and do what you must. That rain's coming soon, boys, gonna clear up this dust. And I ain't had a home in so very long, but I'm heading to the house, boys, I'll leave the light on. I'm a laid back one, and I've been one so long. I ain't perfect, you can tell by my songs. Brothers, forgive me for all of my wrongs. The good Lord, He's calling, and it's time to go home. I wore out my shoes in that wrong way blistered my skin working hard in the sun. Supper's almost over and I done cleaned my plate. There's a light shining yonder, boys, I don't think I'll wait. I'm a laid back one and I've been one so long. I ain't perfect, you can tell by my songs. Brothers, forgive me for all of my wrongs. Good Lord, He's calling and it's time to go home. I hear Him calling, boys, it's time to go home.
Taylor is telling BJ Tombstone that it's time to go home, and you know what, Willie T, you're probably right. We're coming to the end of the show, folks, and I really appreciate all of the messages that you've sent on now over the last couple of hours, and I hope you enjoyed the music that we played for you. If you didn't enjoy all of it, I hope you enjoyed some of it, and we'll play out with a final track, a track by Bap Kennedy, one of our own, Bap Kennedy from Belfast, and this particular track is probably one of his least known albums as well, Domestic Blues. It's in my view it's his best album by far, and but Steve Earle had just come out of jail at this time when Bap was around, and he'd heard Bap and he liked what he heard, and he said that, hang on there Bap, I'm coming out and I'm going to produce an album for you, and that's exactly what he did with this particular album, Domestic Blues, and you can hear Steve Earle all over this one, right the whole way through this particular album, and the session musicians that were on it as well were of the highest caliber. I think Fats Kaplan and a few others were playing on that as well. So it's this is a track called Long Time. So good night, folks, and thanks for your company. This is BJ Tombstone signing out, and may your devil go with you. This is Bap Kennedy and Long Time A Comin'.